Friends! Gong Du and Kang Zhang Kai are now friends. This is good because that makes them even stronger when dueling now. Character rank gained. Gong Du. Commandery secured. Done. And the mission was a success. Marvellous. How's the reform going? 2 turns. Dominion of Gong Du, plus 10 campaign movement, plus 10 post-battle income, and minus 10 corruption. It is not right that one can eat while another starves, that one must fight while another laughs, and that one must die while another profits. But profit? I wonder... Oh, the Dominion of Gong Du must just be my faction bonus. I don't remember any of the others having their faction bonus actually apply there. How am I today? I hope I had a better day than yesterday. Much better. Yesterday sucked. Link worked for you. Okay, so apparently the affiliate link is working. Just screwed over the Protector of the West. No wonder he fled to Kong Rong in the Kong Rong game. Yeah. I do think that the Yellow Turbans are possibly a little bit too strong, considering the problems that we had taking down He Yi. But then again, they do start off at war with the world, so they kind of do need to be at least a bit of a threat. They certainly aren't the pushover that I somewhat expected them to be. Gong Du, how strong are you? You are building up your forces. We have plenty of money for the time being. Do I want to recruit anyone? Men of the Forest I think are going to be too expensive. But then again, this is my faction leader we're talking about, so maybe not. And we still have no candidates. So we are... Oh, no. We have Gongshu Zhui. A healer. We have a newbie. So I guess they just appear from time to time. Brilliant. Plus 6 expertise, plus 6 cunning, plus 15% ammunition for all armies in the county. Minus 30 ammunition for enemy armies, plus 10 income from all sources. And increased ambition to gain independence as an administrator. Obstinate. Enables charge reflect. Resolve but lost of cunning. And then impeccable. Plus 3 public order faction wide. Only if the character is the Lord of Virtue. Or faction leader. I don't know what a Lord of Virtue is. Because it's not the heir. There is no heir. Lord of the people, Lord of the land, Lord of the heavens equals a Lord of virtue. Okay. Ah! Only by scholar, only by veterans, only by healers. Scholars, veterans, healers, anyone. Cool. So... You're currently using... That seems a little bit cheaty to me. I know it's not actually what it says it is, but that feels really cheaty. He has a gun. which is actually kind of hilarious. Oh, he could use the two-handed mace. Interesting. However, you are definitely not a fighty person. Excels at inspiring troops and fighting at range, but weaker in melee. So you're not a what's the word? Duelist. That's the word. In fact, you generally shouldn't be getting close to people, although getting that extra resolve is extra hit points. Losing expertise would be losing melee evasion. I think I'm going to give you an axe. You've got the crappy low armor, and you can't use any of that stuff. Other question, I guess, is who do you get on with? Like, would you join him?
Prepare my chambers.
You would. I'm curious if you'd get on with him as well. I
Welcome, my lord.
cannot tell.
Welcome, my lord.
I can't tell from
Your
here.
presence is
Yeah, see, you get on with all three, and I'd kind of like the healer to be getting some experience rather than the retinue, even though the retinue is nice and cheap. And he is brilliant. He's going to be increasing the extra ammo for this entire army. So we're going to recall you and bring in Gong Zhuo.
When drawing a bow, hold the breath.
And you get red and green. Unfortunately, you don't get the archers, but you do get green. So you're going to be my front liner. What abilities do you have? Knowledge of the body, active buff. That's the ridiculous heal. 60,000 healed over 20 seconds. Which is ever so slightly overpowered. This is a morale debuff and splash damage. And then this one is a plus 18 morale buff. Please tell me you can get encourage as well. Oh, you can't get encourage. That's disappointing. Yeah, park him near Gong during a duel. Absolutely. Sometimes it's not what you hit or how hard, but where. I mean, that's true. Defiance, armor for own retinue. Focus is range damage. You're not going to be very ranged focused. Melee armor pierce damage, ranged armor pierce damage. 50% post-battle loot income. Enables fire arrows. Unfortunately, you can't do much with archers. I mean, you can get them, but they're only ever going to be peasant archers. Effortless flow. Extra campaign movement speed and speed for your retinue. Unbreakable. Get that on the spearman lines and bring the pain. Campaign movement range when commanding. These abilities are ridiculous. Fatigue resistance, also good for a front line. Encourage! He can get it! Replenishment, nice, nice. Another heal. Enabled if not engaged in a duel. See, that should be the rule for this too. You shouldn't be able to heal someone when they're dueling. You really shouldn't be able to. After or before a duel, sure. Show unavailable. He might get more archers when he levels. I thought this just meant troops that he... Oh. Glaive and bow archers. Yellow turban archers. Huh. I did not realise that.
Bend Do not break.
Reclaimers. Well, oh no, there's proclaimers. Watchman of Peace, medium crossbow infantry. Range 250. Wait. You can get traps. Oh, I see. You can't get trebuchets from the start. Interesting. So veterans are the trebuchet users. Well, they are the blues, so that does make sense. You are red and green, so you should be spears and shock cavalry. You get no cavalry whatsoever, however. And then you
Summon the merchants. I would browse
are
their
sentinels, so you're going to be defensive, and commanders for melee cavalry. You can get
Home
archery
gladdens the
masters.
heart.
You can't get archery masters. Only scholars can get archery masters. These retinues are going to be way different from the regular Chinese retinues.
Prepare my chambers.
But they're blue. Why can you get them and he can't?
I return. How fare the people?
Because he's got Men of the Forest, I guess. And Watchmen of the Peace. These are probably instead of the,
How may I serve?
archery masters. Arm of the Supreme Peace. Tread softly and carry a really big hammer. And then the White Wave veterans, which I think are really tanky. Yeah. Ish. Not as tanky as the Yorkshire, which we've seen before. 35 melee evasion, 53 heavy armor, and then 10 shield evasion. No, 20 shield evasion. These are the Bringers of Righteousness. They have a range of 200. Alright. Who knows how I'm going to build these characters? I think they just need to level up and then they get stuff. Although, what's definitely true is this guy's going to be my front line.
News of what occurred
So,
in my
White Wave
absence.
veteran Zhuxia. Oh, you do get shock cavalry. There they are. White Wave horsemen. Get a lot of armor bonuses. We'll work it out later. I can't really afford more troops. What's wrong with you? Your general's
I'm at
unhappy.
one again.
But you're out in the field and doing stuff. How can I improve your happiness without bribing you? Oh, by giving you stuff. Would have to be the guard. Which will give you a little bit of satisfaction. And then eventually ranks, probably. And I guess just glory.
Home gladdens the heart.
Alright. Level up, get stuff. Am I playing Dota? No, League of Legends, obviously.
How fare the people?
I think I want you to hang out for another turn. I really don't know how to structure my armies now. I think I've been somewhat spoiled by how specialized the Chinese armies get. The Yellow Turbans are different. Because you get Virtuous Noblemen, Heavy Axe Cavalry. They sound pretty cool. You also get the Trebuchets and the Watchmen of the Peace. You get all of the archers except for the Archer Masters. Which for some reason the Scholar gets, even though he seems to be the least archery heavy. Being a mix between a Sentinel and a Commander. Like, these colours just feel completely irrelevant. In fact, I should probably just stop ignoring these colours for the Yellow Turbans, because they pretty much are. Damage 38 and 12. How does that compare to you? You actually do less armor-piercing damage than regular archers, but more general damage. You also have the chance to avoid damage completely. Now, where is this unit? You're up there. Yeah, so you require one of the books to recruit.
I return. How fair the people.
I think I probably want to wait another turn.
I am at your disposal, my lord.
Remain poised.
However, I can build a thing, so we can get the upgraded Silk Road trading post. We cannot, unfortunately, upgrade the ensconced campsites anymore. We can't afford the copper mine. How long do I want to wait until I attack with you? I think probably next turn for you. You need at least one more turn. I think we're just going to end turn and just move on. Onwards! Han Shui left the Alliance of Marteng. Through study and reform, greater heights are reached. We've gained the Book of Earth. The Yellow Turban strive for balance in the world. You must prove to the people that you will use your power to bring everlasting stability. Each step on your path towards enlightenment also brings everyone closer to the Great Peace. Bonus experience, 5,000. And we get a new character as well. Faction developments confiscate belongings. Extreme indulgence leads to squander. Hoarded wealth invites plundering. We have studied the scriptures and have taken our next step towards enlightenment. What shall we study next? That's a good question. Oh, I see. These are divided up by faction ranks. So, these are base. These are balanced, healed, empowered, ascended. Interesting. That's kind of a cool way of doing research, actually. So, we've confiscated their belongings. Enlightenment, campaign movement, better units, construction cost, population growth. Better units. Character experience. I think I'm going to go for the character experience. I'd like to level up some more. Although movement speed would also be very, very nice.
Bring news of what occurred in my absence.
You're still really badly hurt. Oh. Nobody lives here. That's a problem. That's why my replenishment's so freaking slow.
I am at one again.
Are you going to be able to take out a large town? Let's find out, shall we?
The goal is fixed.
And then you... I think we basically have to push our advantage and take out Jincheng. Jincheng, small city owned up here by Han Shui, but they just left their alliance. Or we can move back to Wudu, where there is actually, you know, 9,000 people. Huh. I'm sensing a slight problem here. We have a critical shortage of people, and we do actually use people, manpower, when replenishing. So the fact that there's nobody here is why we're not replenishing, like, at all. So actually, we need the manpower recovery. Population growth. Give me that one first.
Home gladdens the heart.
And that would also suggest that we need the population growth buildings. Which was... farmer housing. I'm enjoying this campaign so far. This is a interesting system, an interesting start. Because I really want to wipe out Marteng. I don't want to let him grow. We can take Jin Cheng and then we can just back off after that. And fortify ourselves in Wudu.
I return. How fair the people.
It's just kind of a question of, do we have enough to take Jin Cheng now? I don't think Marteng's going to have very much.
No.
As I said, I don't think he's going to have very much. Next turn we'll attack. Okay. Because the last thing I want him to do is come back with his bloody heavy cavalry dudes. Yuan Shu declared war on He Yi.
Pure folly.
They just brought in another champion. Public order is mostly going down because of the faction support. Once we get rid of the faction support penalties, then public order will fix itself.
Thrust with conviction and strike true.
And then, what's the garrison like here? Not amazing.
For China.
What's your population like here? 2,000.
Resist corruption and endure hardships.
They would deploy 1,000. Really?
Crush them.
Well, I'm not in a hurry.
Strike through.
We'll just, you know, let you die.
Draw inwards and strike out. With purpose.
Yeah, see, they have a big garrison here. I don't think I want to fight that. Knowing now how low on population we are. We could get over there, but it would take freaking forever.
Marching.
Okay. Expecting a valiant defeat. Unfortunately, Gong Du has not recovered much of his health. I wonder if we sacrifice population in order to get health back. So this is basically going to have to be Zhang Kai against either Gong Shumin Oh, it's a Gong. Same family. And Zhao Lin. Zhao Lin is a level 4 champion. I suspect Kang Kai would win. Because he is pretty well equipped. Do recruiting and replenishing units reduce local
We must do what is needed for China.
settlement population proportionately? Yes.
Your words are noble. Let us do them justice.
Which until now has not been a problem.
Master Sun teaches caution in the face of the unknown.
Now, China watchers! Fight in her name!
We will fight them! Okay, so there is a nice little raised area here on the right, which I think I'm going to use my horse archers to secure. And then we're going to get our spear stabby dudes. To be the center. Don't worry, I have an idea of what I'm doing here. Kind of. Spear stabby dude. Spear stabby dude. I'm going to switch you two around. And you two can stand here. We'll bring you in as reserves. Heavy cavalry. Going to be over here with Gong Du. And then you, unfortunately, are not specialist or a gorilla. You come over here. What's your advantage again? Morale debuff and splash damage. Huge morale debuff. So yeah, population until now has not been a factor because the population of all the cities I've been in have been enormous. And playing as Kong Rong, like, my faction bonus is a faster growing population, and that was like... Population was... What's the word? Irrelevant. Here, however, it's very, 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 very relevant. It was kind of relevant with Liu Biao, simply because it was determining how large my settlement should be.
More! Enemy reinforcements are arriving! The time has come! March out! Stand ready!
Survive for a minute and a half and gain respect. Relative strength overwhelming. Really? Why are you considered so much stronger? You have a lot more morale. Bit more... Okay, you do a lot more damage. 2,000... No, you don't. 2,900 versus my... 2,900. We're equal. Oh, but your damage... No, that's my damage. My damage is armor piercing. You're wearing heavy armor. You have no melee evasion whatsoever, so my hugely armor-piercing weapons will do a ton of damage to you. Your armor pierces better, though, so my heavier armor is going to be a bit of a weakness. I have more health. It's mostly the morale. I wasn't expecting him to be able to do so much damage. Interesting.
March